everyone, welcome to my channel Bow and Arrow Tarot. Before we get into it, let me remind everyone that I'm giving away the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck and Guidebook this month on my channel. Every month I give away a tarot deck or an oracle deck, and this month it's this one, and all you have to do is be subscribed and leave me a comment letting me know that you're interested in receiving the deck, okay? And then on March 31st I will announce the winner. This is probably the 5th or even 6th, I think maybe 5th deck I've given away, and I'll be doing this each month for my subscribers, so don't forget to let me know if you're interested. Now this is going to be a reading for Aquarius for March 22nd to the 29th to look into a love connection that they have with someone, right? Or now the connection could be in crisis, it could be doing very well, but whatever the case may be, we're going to look at it. Cards are sticky. We're going to pull out your person's cards and your cards, Aquarius. So this is why we are looking into a union or connection. We're not just doing a general love outlook for you and your outlook for love. This is definitely a two-sided outlook, all right? So let's get right into it, Aquarius. I have already been shuffling your cards off camera quite some time so we can cut your deck. And let's see what's going on for you. All right, so we have straight out, your person is resonating with Ace of Wands, and you are resonating with Temperance. All right, the person sees you as the Seven of Swords. Wow, and you see them as the Two of Pentacles. They see their place or their position, their role in the relationship as a Tower, and you see your role in the relationship as a Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. So the Sun certainly indicates that you are coming into a period of clarity right now, and confidence and warmth. It is interesting, though. You have some very interesting cards here. The Tower, associated with Saturn energy, and we have Temperance here, which is associated with Sagittarius. But let's get right into it. I'm going to come back to the Sun. So Aquarius, you and your person, well, your person is resonating with Ace of Wands, and you're actually resonating with Temperance energy this week. So your person is going through something right now that is very strong and passionate and new. A lot of times Ace of Wands can indicate a new passionate love affair that is very physically sort of heated, right? Because Ace of Wands is the great phallic symbol in the tarot. But here I'm thinking that your person is, I feel much more like you're dealing with somebody who's on a new idealistic path, right? And they're feeling very, very strong about it. You're resonating with Temperance, so you're trying to remain absolutely sort of measured and tempered and calm, and you know, you're trying to maintain your position without having outside influences and energies interfere with you. That's the essence of Temperance, really, is you know, it's being an absolute control and authority of yourself, having a power base where nobody can really get you to, you know, to react in any way that you have not had complete control over, right? So your person is resonating with this new passion. They may be very excited. Let me move these down just a little bit. They may be very excited right now for you, and for you, it's like, you know, natural that you're resonating with Temperance, because you may be dealing with somebody who's all of a sudden like on fire about this new thing, right? Ace of Wands could certainly be like, it feels to me right now, Aquarius, that it's someone who is very sort of, you know, suddenly they may have had an inspiration come in, right? And so this new path is very new to them, but they feel like 100% committed. So it's very sort of chaotic right now. And looking ahead, I can see here, let's get right into it, how you guys see each other. You see them as a Two of Pentacles. So that's a lot of chaotic sort of financial energy. That's a lot of chaotic energy in general. Obviously, it can talk about finances being up and down, but it can also just talk about like just, you know, because Pentacles rules the material world, the earth plane, right? So it's our environment, it's the way we act, it's how we sort of, you know, it's the actions we take into the world, right? It's the money we make, what we do to make that money, the work that we do to make that money. All of that is associated with it. So it just seems like there's also a lot of chaotic energy with your person right now. They see you as a Seven of Swords, so this is quite interesting. They see you as someone who is really not working in their best interest, right? I wonder why that is, right? I think they see you as, you know, Seven of Swords is the card for futility and treachery, right? So for your person to see you this way, it's almost as if they feel like you don't have their back. Like you're being sort of treacherous, or you're, you know, I don't feel that I can't imagine, and I don't feel your energy as someone being treacherous. Certainly not in this reading, right? I mean, you're resonating with temperance energy, and you see yourself as the Seven of Wands. So you're really having a lot of patience. But it's your person. You may be dealing with somebody who's very paranoid. Right? You may be dealing with somebody who's very, very paranoid. You may be dealing with somebody who can get very emotional and passionate, but then when things go wrong, they may blame you for it. Because this is a real strange energy for them to see you as, when you're not resonating with that kind of energy at all in this reading. Now, like I said, you know, they have a lot going on. They're feeling really, really passionate here with something new. This energy, intuitively, you know, I feel like, you know, their energy that's coming through in the reading is like, you know, they probably have gone through this a lot. They're probably one of these individuals who's always like onto something new, right? They may not put the right amount of effort into it, right, to actually make it manifest something, but they're always excited about something new. And it's like, here you are, you're tempered, you're kind of hanging in there like, okay, here we go, a new project, you know, and yeah, of course they're excited. Of course they think they're going to make $1 million, or they think it's all going to be excellent. But when the work comes in, you know, I feel like their energy is the type of energy to give up. And so it's interesting that they would see you as Seven of Swords, because again, you see them with Two of Pentacles. Here we go with the chaos, with the financial chaos. It could be that you've gone through this before, right? And every time they get a new bug up their ass about a new project, it's like all the finances go to shit. Everything starts to become a juggling act, you know? And their attitude is like, well, you're not helping. And this feels like a kind of repetitive thing that you may have been going through with this person. This doesn't feel like a new experience to me. It feels to me like you have seen this before. And the reason why I say that is because you're resonating with temperance. And temperance comes with experience, right? So having that energy to be so strong and so measured and tempered right now, surely you've gone through this before, and it's like, this is not new for you. And so this gives me the feeling, Aquarius, that you've been dealing with this kind of shenanigans on and off with your person for a while. Now, how you guys see your role in the relationships? Well, your person is seeing their role in the relationship as Tower energy, and you're seeing yours as Seven of Wands. So they're extremely dramatic. You know, you're dealing with somebody who's very dramatic, and they see that. And they see for them to see their role in this relationship as the Tower, I think they believe that, you know, that they're constantly on the edge of a catastrophe. They're extremely dramatic. They probably are the type of person who believe that everything that goes wrong, it only ever goes wrong to them. Because this is a strange card to see yourself as in a relationship. This is how you identify and you see the relationship. Unless they are seeing the relationship as something of a tower, right? This may be how they're seeing the relationship, but their part in it, I don't know, like it's strange. They could be seeing it as really sort of causing a very devastating experience in their life, right? Again, you know, if they're seeing this relationship as a tower moment and they see you as being treacherous, then, you know, if you aren't that person, I don't know what's going on with them to see that. Now, if you are that person, I just don't get that sense here. Because you see the relationship as the Seven of Wands, and that is the card for valor. So you feel like you are willing to work for the relationship. It's like Seven of Wands is a positive card. It's working for a dream. Seven is always the number for dreams and aspirations in tarot. So Seven of Wands is that energy that we put into manifesting our dreams and working towards our dreams and standing our ground, protecting what's important. This is all very, very positive energy. And so for you to see yourself in this relationship as having that role, and maybe also here seeing the relationship as such, it's for you, the relationship has been quite a struggle for you to keep all this energy out. Meanwhile, your person is resonating with the Tower. And I just feel like this Tower energy is just coming from a really kind of weird, toxic, selfish place, right? And, you know, because if I felt like you were the one being toxic, Aquarius, because this is geared towards you, right, it's aimed at you, then I would tell you. But generally when I do my readings, right, I'm going to be honest with you, When I do my readings for my collective, I just don't feel that the people who are coming to my channel are toxic like that, right? Because it's just what you put out there is what you get. So I'm generally reading for individuals who are dealing with other individuals who are toxic. You know, sometimes things will come up about maybe the way you're mishandling something or the way you need to look into something, but having that deep, deep toxic energy resonating with anything to do with you, you know, you, the quant, whoever you are. Today it's Aquarius. I'm talking about all of my collective. It's very rare. You know, and if it was there, I would tell you, and I would be like, wow, you know, my collective is jacked up, but it just isn't. And here it isn't either, and I just don't see it. And so it's so strange. This seems to me like a real kind of gaslighter situation, Aquarius. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like this person just really projects a lot of negativity towards you. They put a lot of blame towards you. Meanwhile, you are dealing with the ups and downs of their moods. I almost feel like you're dealing with somebody who's actually, you may even be dealing with somebody who's actually got, you know, diagnosed mental health issues, right? This may be a struggle because it's like you see it as a struggle here. You're trying to be patient and measured here. So some part of you is really being patient with this person. So I don't know if this, you know, I don't know if this is someone who can't help the way they are, the way they're behaving, or what have you. Let's see some clarity. This is definitely a reading where we got to see some clarity. In any case, whatever the case may be, it's like this is the week where you're gearing up for another one of these cycles because they're coming in with that new Ace of Wands. So it feels to me like, you know, this is for an Aquarius who's been in this situation with somebody, and it's like, get ready. Because here we go again. They've got a new bug up their ass here, and here comes all of the toxic behavior that they've always exhibited. Princess of Cups and a Prince of Wands. Wow. And 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. So this is weird, right? This is like really schizophrenic reading. Because you guys do have love here. There's love for each other. You may just be dealing with somebody who is very, very sensitive. It almost reminds me of The Birdcage. Have you ever seen that movie, The Birdcage, with the one with Robin Williams and his partner? And his partner is so adorable, but he's so sensitive. The Chariot at the bottom. He's so sensitive and he's so dramatic. And one minute he's crying, the next minute he's not. One minute he thinks his husband is cheating on him and he wants to leave him, the next minute he's not. And I'm almost starting to get a sense for this reading perhaps involving someone like that, because I just can't understand. This is what I was saying earlier. I couldn't really quite place why they were having such disjointed feelings about you. To see you as the card for treachery and futility and see the relationship as Tower would on the surface be like, you know, why are they with you? But then we have, here we go, the clarifiers. Then we have the Princess of Cups coming in, Prince of Wands. Well, princesses are pages and princes are knights. So that's like having the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And so Princess of Cups is someone who is very sort of youthful in love. Very youthful in love, very young in love, very much ready to sort of hand somebody their affections and their token of love. They've just gotten over the fear of, you know, those initial stages, right? Princesses and pages are all about sort of facing your fears in that suit. And so Princess of Cups is about facing any fears you may have, about getting close to people, about having relationships with people, and just giving it a good positive effort, you know, making an effort, giving it a go, trying to, you know, not think about jealousy or insecurity, but just be youthful and free and sort of almost even almost naive, right, in a way, and to just believe that things will work out. So it's a very light and positive energy here, right? And so this is how they feel. And so again, this is now this is softening a little bit some of this toxicity up here and some of this drama. You could be just dealing, Aquarius, with a real drama queen. Oh my God. Whether it's a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You could be dealing with somebody who just is always like sensitive. One minute they think they can't trust you, the next minute they love you, and it's like you're just dealing with somebody like that. Prince of Wands is the same, like I said, as the Knight of Wands. And so here we see that enthusiasm, right? We see that fire, that desire to move forward, the desire to be, you know, supported. So this is a real up and down individual you're dealing with, right? You also, Aquarius, this is quite funny because now I start to see you love them. You have a Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. You absolutely love them. And you know exactly what's about to happen because you've been through it with them before. So I wonder, Aquarius, you could be dealing with an artist. Some of you may be dealing with an artist that is just super sensitive, super dramatic. Whenever they get a new artistic sort of outlook or job or inspiration coming in, they turn into fucking bananas, right? They're very sort of like paranoid and they're up and down. There's a lot of sort of like breakdowns and meltdowns with that tower energy, you know, epiphanies coming in every other day. And yet at the same time, you've seen this before. You may be dealing with somebody who's a real high caliber artist. I mean, it could be that this is their process, and when they come out at the end of the day, it's really sort of spectacular. I know I said earlier that you may be dealing with somebody who's always like starting something new and then it doesn't work out. I said that because that energy that they were seeing you with was feeling very, very toxic, right? But now that it's shifted, there are more messages coming in, and there's clearly love here. You have a Ten of Cups, which means you're absolutely happy where you are with this person. So you're absolutely in love with them. So certainly, it could very well be that, yes, there is a lot of ups and downs. Now, it could also be that, yes, the money may go up and down with them, and they may not ever sort of succeed at every single thing that they try, right? But you're willing to go with it anyway. Whatever the case is, whether they are just an artist who needs to go through this process and at the end everything turns out great, or if they're just like a misanthrope who tries all kinds of things, gets excited, and then they either work or they half the time fail or whatever, and there's a lot of this financial up and down here. You feel, because that's the thing why I also feel like that may be the case, because I see you struggling here, battling and having so much financial ups and downs. So this is a repetitive thing that maybe, again, you're dealing with that sort of nutty professor whose invention never gets sold or whatever. But either case, whatever it is, right, you're still willing to do it, Aquarius, because you love them so much. And you already know what's about to happen with the High Priestess. You've been there, you've done that, you've had the experience already with them. And you see yourself as being the one, you know, sort of to battle for it here. The Chariot comes in at the bottom of the Cosmic Tarot clarifiers just to say that you are still willing to sort of move forward. There's a lot of activity happening. There's a lot of movement. You guys may be moving or changing locations or something like that. But in any case, the Chariot does talk about being very intentional about your life's path, right? The Chariot is on a path of a lifetime. It's not just going from one village to the next. The Chariot is about, you know, when we are really sort of intentionally sort of trying to live the life that we want, right? And so this is all part of it. So it's interesting. You are thinking about the future. And I think that this week, you know, yeah, you may be thinking about, you know, the High Priestess, you could be thinking a lot of different ideas and solutions to come in. But again, I don't feel like this is bothering you so much, you know. To me, it's just like you're used to this so much with this person. I'm going to pull some romance angel messages. You're used to it. You have Temperance energy coming in, protecting you. Although I will say, yeah, if you are dealing with somebody like this, right, and they haven't yet gone through this Ace of Wands. So I think that this might be the reason why the readings come out. If you're resonating with this, if you're resonating with this reading and you have a person that you're with who's like this, who you know, is like the person I described. Very sensitive, very dramatic. One day up, one day down. But they do love you, and you know, they're just very artistic, very creative, and they get very excited about new activities and things like that. All of those things are the characteristics. If you're dealing with somebody like that, who at the end of the day you still are very much in love with, watch out, because they're about to go into that nutty phase. They're about to latch on to some new thing with that Ace of Wands that they're really hyped about, and things are about to go sideways. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that is... you know, that's just, it's funny because it feels to me from your end of it, Aquarius, you just love them so much. 10 of Cups and High Priestess, Temperance energy. You have such a calm energy, even though, yes, you do know it's a struggle for you here with that 7 of Wands. You do have a very calm energy, and you do have that 2 of Pentacles. You know, financially things will be up and down, but it could very well be that you have the financial stability to weather that, and that's why you're not that worried about it. You may be quite wealthy or quite well off, so you know, you're able to indulge them with these fits that they have of excitement where they get all out of the way. Oh, you deserve love. When they get all sort of like, you know, excited and you know, over the top, right? And deception. Ooh. So there you go. Do you deserve love and deception? Could very well be that you've had enough. All right. You may be coming in this week and saying, okay, this is the last time, because you do love them. You love them here with this 10 of Cups. So why is that coming in? You deserve love and deception. Be very careful, because 7 of Swords is the card for treachery, right? So just be careful that they aren't up to some ridiculous shenanigans, right? Because certainly you are in love with this individual, but you may have had to put up with a lot of ups and downs with them. Again, they are very dramatic. Right? They are very dramatic. And although to me it sounds quite funny, because to me what makes it funny is that you're happy to be with them. You love them. You know what you're about to get. So that's what gives me the impression it's quite funny. But these messages coming in from the angels are putting a little bit of a sober sort of edge on things, just to remind you that, okay, you know, maybe things were a certain way in the past, but be careful this time, right? Because something may be a little bit different this time than they were last time. The Tower is such a strong energy card. And for them to see themselves in a relationship in Tower, you know, in Tower status, and see you as the 7 of Swords, which is treachery, it could very well be that somebody is working behind the scenes against you to ruin your relationship, and they may be making things worse than they normally are. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't necessarily feel like deception is coming from your person, but what I am feeling is like it could, because this 7 of Swords card for treachery oftentimes indicates somebody's working behind the scenes. Now, they see you that way, but it could be that somebody outside of your relationship is interfering and causing a lot of this drama this time. And of course, your person is so dramatic. They're so sort of over the top with that Ace of Wands. They're already fiery. They may be buying into it. So these messages from the angels have come in as a real warning to you, Aquarius. Double check and make sure that, you know, your relationship is secure from outside interference, and that this is not just, this isn't something a bit more than the usual tantrum or drama that your person exhibits. The Sun comes in, remember, to provide clarity, and this next week certainly information is going to come in that's really going to shine a light in all of this, so you're going to be absolutely sure. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, Aquarius. This is December 22nd to the 29th, your love outlook for you and another person. This is just one outlook, and so if it doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. Don't forget to let me know if you are interested in a Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck and guidebook. At the end of the month, March 31st, I will be releasing the winner video. So all you have to do is check my channel so you can watch that video and let me know if you are, well, let you know if you are the winner. All right, so just look out for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of that good stuff. But for right now, Aquarius, I'm just going to say have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for your general love outlook. Bye-bye now.